Well, it looks like the OKC Thunder laid an egg tonight against the Indiana Pacers in game six. They couldn't close them out. So, I've been watching a lot of television, listening to a lot of stuff, whether it's on, Sirius XM, whether it's on Fox Sports, ESPN, whatnot. Every pundit, every single expert analysis person, all pretty much picked OKC to close out the Pacers tonight. And it's conventional wisdom. I can't really get on them for that. Hell, I even thought that they would close them out tonight in game six because, conventional wisdom says a great team, quote unquote. I have to put quotes around that because I don't really think this is a great team. I think they're just a happenstance team and just a champion that we'll look back and say, you know what, 2024, 25 was a weird year where we had a lot of injuries and a lot of weird stuff that happened, and OKC ended up winning in the end. But that conventional wisdom is also going out the window with me as well because, hell, I don't even think that they, got this all the way sewn up the way we all intended them to have it sewn up. I mean, to be honest, before the series began, we all thought this team, being the best team in the league all year, record wise, would go through Indiana in 5 games. Listen, a lot of people picked them to win this series in 5 games. Then when they lost game 1, everybody adjusted their predictions to, OKC winning in 6. Well, tonight was game 6. You can officially throw those bets out the window because those is not paying out anything because we're getting a game 7. So yeah, this is absurd. Nobody in their wildest dreams, in their wildest imaginations, seen the Indiana Pacers, Naptown, taking Oklahoma City Thunder 7 games. Nobody's seen that. Nobody even conceived that being a possibility. You know what I mean? So to see that happen tonight and just to see the low energy, to see, listen, they came out swinging early in like the first 5 minutes, and the Pacers took all those punches. And then once they got their footing, they just came back, punched the bully right in the nose, and then the bully couldn't stop their nose from bleeding. They were bleeding everywhere. That was OKC tonight, bleeding everywhere. They couldn't stop themselves from falling all over themselves. Like, it was just a mess. So, I don't really know what to say. I just incredibly disappointed with what I thought was a great team. I thought OKC had the opportunity to be a really great team, and it just didn't turn out that way. They've been getting worked for most of the series by a team on paper that is inferior to them. On paper, the Indiana Pacers should not beat the Oklahoma City Thunder, period. You can talk about achievements, accolades. You can go down the list of accomplishments on one side versus the other side. And yet and still, we're going to end up probably getting the most unlikely champion we've seen in quite some time, maybe in a couple decades. And the question is now, what does this mean ultimately going forward for the Thunder? If they end up losing this series, what happens to the team next season? Because I tell you what, running it back with this current squad after losing to the Indiana Pacers in the NBA Finals, even if they won Game 7, it's still disappointing to me. It's not impressive to me at all. This will be one of those championship runs that I'm not going to be impressed by at all. One of the championships that I'm not going to take any respect for at all because it wasn't impressive. You were not an impressive team this year. Regardless if you win or lose, in my opinion, the Thunder did underachieved extremely. because it's just no excuse. You know, it could be coaching, Dagnall starting in game one, changing up his lineup, doing all this crazy stuff, losing the battle before the battle even began. That was a problem from the beginning, and I brought that out into the light in my first video. And long behold, it's been the same pattern going on throughout the series. He's been kind of catching up to his own mistakes. And when you play with a Jedi mastermind like Rick Carlisle, you can fall behind the ball pretty fast. And right now, this young team is looking like a young team. They're going to have to make their adjustments. They got game 7 in their back pocket at home. Hopefully they do what we think they should do, and that's close out this series that no one on planet Earth who follows the league thought would be a game 7. So let's see what happens.